Hey guys, Ralph Havens here. And I can only tell you what I've noticed with this, like how to listen to your soul or how to figure things out, or you know, there's something that happened to me, and I think it happens to everybody. I'd love to hear if you've got a version of this, but there's been many times in my life when I had just a little thought pop in. Like I remember when I was running across Fifth Avenue in San Diego, and on my way back from Balboa Park to our house, my house in Mission Hills, and I just had this thought of, God, it'd be kind of cool to do energetic healing stuff with runners. And it's so funny because I'd only taken one class in an alternative healing method, cranial sacral therapy, and my analytical brain, my scientific kind of brain, just thought it was a bunch of crap. And but something in me had this weird little thought, and sure enough, over the years, that's what's happened. I've become this person doing helping people with their healing, using all sorts of energetic means, stuff beyond what I would have ever imagined. And so it's like it just seems like it's part of what I was supposed to do. And when I was in seventh grade, I remember reading the Bible a lot and reading about Jesus and just going, man, what a healer. I didn't even think like that. I just thought there was something that kept me kind of like in that mode. Like if that kind of healing can happen, there's got to be something there. And it kind of led me down this path of healing stuff. And I used to in college always ask people about their injuries and their physical injuries, and I talked to them as if I knew what some of the answers would mean. Like, when does it bother you? What makes it worse? And I was using questions that a physical therapist would use, but I was just in college. And so there was something that was going on. And a lot of times I think, I didn't even know, of course, what was brewing under the surface, what was already kind of being put in place. And looking back, I can kind of think, oh my goodness, there was a lot of stuff that just kind of worked in a very cool way to get me to do what I'm doing. And so what I'm thinking, like, how to follow your soul or to do what you're here to do, I've got a way to do it, and I can run it by you right now, and you can try it and see what you think. And I'd love to hear what changes for you and what you notice by doing this thing. And so one of the things that we do, we talk about like trying to figure things out for yourself, is to have a goal, right? Like if you're an athlete, you have a goal. I want to win. I want to be the best miler I can be, or the best football player, or the best ballerina, or the best gymnast. I have this goal and a desire. And little kids are really good at that. Sometimes as adults, we kind of lose track of that, and we just do stuff to kind of like get by, kind of like do what we're here to do in our job and make money and just kind of do the daily grind. But it's like, it's kind of cool to sit in silence. So one thing that I use is what's called white space. I call it white space. One of my coaches calls it white space, just to be still and just to hang out with yourself without the TV, without the phone, and go in the forest, take a walk. With me, it's running. And when I'm running, I can have some really good inspiration about what to do and get clarity without even looking, without even asking a question. So that's one thing that I do. And I'd love to hear what you guys use to kind of guide you to what are you supposed to do. And so that's one thing. And then the other thing is to have a goal and then to start to go for it. But the funny thing is, a lot of times I think people, I've noticed it with some clients, there's a waiting because they want to know the whole plan, and they want to be sure they're going to get from here to here. And it's like sometimes you just have a sense of the first step and you don't know the next step. And so it's a process of kind of like learning to ride a bike, I think, where for me, this is what I noticed, is you try something and then you fail, and you try something and you fail, and you're keeping on going a little to the right, a little to the left, a little to the right, a little to the left, up, down, and then you're kind of like, oop, I'm on the wrong course, and then oop, I'm on the wrong course, and you kind of do this, and maybe you get to where you thought you were going, or maybe it's someplace even better. So many times I've found something pops into my awareness in just a real short little way, and I think, that's cool. I wonder what that's about. Like when I was in Del Rio, Texas, in West Texas, it's so flat. You could see the end of the earth. It was so flat, sagebrush and white dirt called caliche, 70-mile-an-hour winds. But I would go out to where our land was and get the mail. on my motorcycle, and I got it once, and it was a picture of Henry Rono, a runner from Washington State, from Kenya, and another one, Alberto Salazar from Oregon. And they were running, and there was beautiful green trees, evergreens, and I thought, I'm going to live up there somewhere. And I thought Seattle, and then I thought Oregon later in life, but I ended up just a little north of Seattle, between Seattle and Vancouver, Canada. And I would have never picked the direction of how I got there, but I had that inkling, just a little inkling, when I was about 16 or 17. And I thought, I'm going to live there. And so one thing that I use with that you might try, let me know what you think, is to notice those little, that's a spark. There's something there. And then to just let go and then be still. Just go into the forest or go take a walk on the beach or just sit somewhere without doing anything, and just hang out inside your body. Just hang out in there and notice what you notice inside your body, and not even look for anything. Just notice your body. It's really an interesting phenomenon, and it seems so simple and like, what a waste of time, right? Just to sit inside and notice your body. But there's something magical that happens, and if you want more of that kind of thing, I've got it all over my stuff, but reach out to me if you want. PM me and I can kind of guide you if you like, if it's something you're interested in. But I found that's the way to listen to whatever that is. You could call it God, you could call it your soul, you could call it your destiny. And you kind of know when you're on your path, and when you're just feeling a lot of angst. And there's a way to really listen and clear stuff that's in the way of getting where you want to go. So I'd love to hear what you think. I put most of these healing videos and sessions on my my Beyond Limits with Ralph Havens group. So look for that, because I like to keep this one kind of as the personal stuff. But I thought this would be good for today, and I'd love to hear what you think. So click like, let me know if it seems right to you, or let me know what you think. And because I really am searching and figuring stuff out, and I'd love to know what works for you and what you're up to. So let me know, and have a really, really good Tuesday. All right, you guys.